and on we'll go through the wastelands.
Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and here today we've got the 2023 Chery Tiggo 7 Pro, and this is the Ultimate. So let's check it out. Alright, before we get into the video, just want to do a shout out to Chery Gosford, who were nice enough to let me have a look at this today. And if you are after a Tiggo 7 Pro or any of the Chery range, go and see them and let them know that Alex from AG Automotive sent you, and they will look after you. So at the front here, I think it looks quite stylish here. You've got the Chery badge, you've got this silver and black trimmed grille there, you've got the front camera there, as it's got 360 cameras. You do have your parking sensors. You've got a nice interesting bit of blue trim on either side of the bumper there, and a little bit of silver trim there as well, along with your LED daytime running lights and headlights there as well. So what are your thoughts on the Tiggo 7 Pro? Have you got one of these? Have you got a lower spec model, or have you got one on order? Let me know in the comments. So the wheels on the Tiggo 7 Pro are 19-inch wheels, and they've got a silver and grey finish to the wheels, and I think it suits the car really nicely. Now you've got the reverse camera just on the end there, and then you have a look up the top there, you've got the sunroof, which we'll have a look at. And I do really like the silver trims around the window and also at the bottom there. It sort of breaks it up and it looks a little bit more premium. So around the back here, you've got the Chery wording there. You've got this interesting looking LED light bar which goes all the way across. That's pretty cool. You've got Tiggo 7 Pro written in red there. You've got 290T. This is the Newton meters that we have a slightly detuned one, so it's not much less than 290. And you've got the all-wheel drive there. And you've got the parking sensors. You do have your reverse camera. And you've got a little bit of silver trim and your exhaust tips as well, sort of finish it off. All right, let's go and have a look inside. So inside the Tiggo 7 Pro. Now, you know what, I'm pretty impressed being in here. There's a lot of really nice premium touches around the cabin. Now, you do have like soft touch dash. You've even got like nice white stitching there. You got this sort of carbon fiber look panel there. There's even like lights up just at the top, and even soft touch dash all the way along. Yeah, the door trim's even nice and soft as well, and then you got nice sort of chrome covers over the tweeters there, and the door handle and memory seats and things like that. It's yeah, it just sort of really has a premium sort of finish to it. And they continued in the middle console here with this sort of grey trim piece here, and you get silver, and you get even the edges here are sort of got a softness to them, so really nice. And armrest again, really nice and soft. And you also get storage space further down, so sort of storage galore in here. So to the right of the steering wheel, you do have a couple of buttons there. You've got your boot open and close and your downhill assist button there as well. And the steering wheel, really nice to hold, and I do like the design of it there. I like this sort of trim piece at the bottom. And then you've got your cruise control buttons on the left and your audio controls on the right. Now behind the steering wheel you do have this little box here, and this is your driver monitor. So if you take your eyes off the road for a short amount of time, it will tell you on the dash. You get auto headlights on the right stalk, and you get auto wipers on the left there. So on the dash you get digital speedo and tacho, and you get this Tesla-like screen they've gone with. So you've got a picture of your vehicle in the middle, And then as you pass vehicles on your left and right, they will show up in relation to where you are, which I think is pretty cool. Now, you do have a couple of options there. You can look at what media you're listening to. It's got its own, you can look at the navigation screen, so I'll just show you that now. And it's full screen, so check that out. That is unreal, isn't it? It really is very, very cool. You've also got things like your trip computers there. You've also got your litres per 100. Your tyre pressure monitor is another nice thing as well. And then you can change the theme or the background theme either from a digital speedo and tacho or a analog speedo and tacho with digital speedo and tacho built into it. And come over to the media screen. Now, I like it. It's really, really big, and scrolling is really fast and really smooth. Now, you do get AM, FM radio stations. You get Bluetooth. You get Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You also get a built-in navigation screen, so I'll go into that. And that is really easy to read and really smooth as well, which is amazing. And it's called the Turbo Dog, which is really cool. So it's a cool name for a navigation software. Now, you also do get your 360 cameras. I'll just show you that as well now. And if you have a look, you can have a 3D one and you can scroll around and you can see the car in the street. And you know what? It's okay. It's not the smoothest when you're in 3D mode. But you know what? It still is pretty clear. And that's both the front and the back. And further down below, you do have some shortcut buttons for your air conditioning. And if you sort of push one of the air conditioning buttons, like the fan speed, then it pops up on the screen, and you can either use the shortcut buttons. So further below, you do have some shortcut buttons for your air conditioning, and if you tap on one of them, it appears on the screen there, and you can either use touch screen or you can use the shortcut buttons below. So further down, you do have a wireless phone charger. You've got a USB-A and a USB-C. You do get two cup holders behind there. And the gear shifter there, nice and easy to hold. Park is the button on top, and then you've got like reverse, neutral, drive, and sport mode there. Just pop it into drive, and then you pull it down again for sport mode. So that's pretty cool. Now you do also have your park brake, your auto hold, your hazard light switch. You've got a roller knob for the volume. I really like those sort of things. You've got some car settings, your navigation, and your camera button. And in the middle here, you do have a drive mode button. Now, there's several drive modes, and there's a lady's voice that calls them out. So I'll just show you that.
Economic mode entered.
You got eco mode,
Normal mode entered.
normal,
Sports mode entered.
and then you've got
Snow mode entered.
snow,
Muddy mode entered.
muddy,
Off-road mode entered.
and off-road mode.
Economic mode entered.
So
Normal mode entered.
it's got a few different ones. We'll try a couple of those out when we go out on the road today. And the armrest, yeah, reasonably soft. And if I open it up, it's actually quite deep in there, and you do get some cool air from the air conditioning that can come through there to maybe keep a few things cool if you wish. And also in here we have a safety hammer. So how cool is that? So obviously they've thought everything. Now if you do get stuck in the vehicle for any known reason and you need to get out, you can tap this against the window or one of the windows to break it and to get out if you need to safely. And the seats are really nice. I love the white stitching. I love the design of them, how the headrest is built into the seat. It sort of feels like a sports seat, and it is really, really comfortable. And one of the great things about this is it does have heating and cooling seats, which is amazing. And the glove box. You know what? The glove box is pretty big. You get your books in there, plus at least a couple of iPads, no dramas. And the moonroof and sunroof. So as you can see, the moonroof is huge. And I'll just open the sunroof up for you. And you have to push it twice, one to open it to tilt it, and then the second one to open it right up. And then push it again and it opens all the way. And that is a massive amount of space and lets a whole lot of fresh air in. So very, very nice. And like I said before, you can tilt it when you first open the sunroof up. It does tilt up like that. Alright, let's go and have a look in the back. Alright, so we're in the back of the Tiggo 7 Pro. Now, first impressions, the space in here. It has heaps and heaps of space, guys. Now, I'm 6'1", 185 centimetres, and I've got heaps of room, even with the moonroof closed. Now, knee room is actually pretty good. They're close to touching the seat, but still okay. Leg room and foot room are really good as well. And you do get 2 ISOFIX spots, 2 there and 2 behind me. And the rear armrest, very, very soft, and you get twin cup holders in there as well. Now, I love the stitching, how they've continued with it here. It just looks like a really nice premium place to be. Now, for the rear passengers, you do get ventilation, you get a USB slot, you get a little bit of pocket space for a phone, and there's a little bit more pocket space further down, and then you get your map pockets or iPad pockets in the back of both of the seats. You do get grab handles either side, and the door trims continue with this chrome trim over the tweeter, which is pretty cool. And it is a Sony sound system as well. Alright, let's go and have a look in the boot. So in the back of the Tiggo 7 Pro, so here we have 626 litres of boot room, which I think is pretty spacious, and that expands to 1672 litres of boot room, which is really spacious there, with the rear seats folded. You do have the 3 tether points there. On the left you do have a power outlet, you've got a light there. And then if I open the carpet, you do have a full-size spare wheel and your breakdown tools, which is really good because not a lot of vehicles have full-size spares anymore. Alright, let's have a look under the bonnet. So under the bonnet of the Tiggo 7 Pro Ultimate, so here we have a 1.6 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine. And it produces 137 kilowatts of power and 275 newton meters of torque. And that's mated to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission driving all 4 wheels. Now, Chery claims this will use 7.8 litres per 100 kilometres, which I think is really good for this size car and being all-wheel drive. Alright, let's go for a drive. Alright, let's go for a drive in the Tiggo 7 Pro. Now, first impressions is the indicators. So to Chery, hopefully they can update that. They are a little bit sort of loud. So vision out the front is really good straight ahead and to the passenger side. Rear vision isn't the greatest. You get a bit of width, but not the greatest in depth. But you have got your 360 cameras and your parking sensors there. Vision out the side is really, really good. And the mirrors, you know what? The mirrors are big enough and wide enough and you get a good field of vision out of them. So we're just going to go on a bumpier stretch of road and see how we go. That's actually soaking up the bumps really, really well. We're just in normal drive mode. And yeah. Now with the rear vision, like I said in the Motor 5, it's a similar story. The rear vision mirror, it's like it's curved, and so it just takes your eyes a little bit to adjust to it. But once you get used to that, it's all fine. And road noise, we're on more of a coarser surface, and if you have a listen to the road and tyre noise, it's actually not too bad in here. I don't have to yell and scream, and you can hear a little bit of road noise, but it's not too bad. And when you indicate and you come to a stop, it turns the 360-degree cameras on. Steering, you know what? It's in the middle. It's not too hard, not too light. So what about the acceleration from the Tiggo 7 Pro? Let's find out. Wow. I was quite impressed with that, guys. It actually, for a vehicle this size, with only a 1.6 litre turbo, it really performs really well, actually. I was very impressed. It's, it rides really well. It seems to want to be a bit rev happy, but it does take off and go. You can drive it around, and it performs really, really well over the bumps, the steering, and of course the acceleration. So, Chery has definitely upped their game, so well done. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.